Hey there, Kimberly here with Knit for Brains, and I just wanted to pop on quickly. I'm right in the middle of packing. My hubby and I are going on this epic road trip, and we're leaving tomorrow morning. We are going to be going from our hometown, which is here in San Diego, all the way up to Seattle, Washington, and back down. The really cool thing about this is we just bought an electric car, and we're doing the whole thing in our electric car. So it's not just a road trip, but it's like, oh my goodness, how far can we get on this charge? Where can we charge? Is this going to be a problem? Are we going to get stuck on the side of the road? I don't know, but it's all in the excitement. So of course, you're going on a road trip, and of course, you got to bring yourself a project, right? I mean, let's just be honest with this. So of course, you got to have a project to take on the road, right? I mean, of course you do. So I've been looking, I've been searching. I had this idea, and I've mentioned it in some of my other videos, of stopping along the road at all these different LYSs, local yarn stores, giving them a little bit of love, you know, a little bit of love, a little bit of business, and buying these mini skeins all the way up the road. And I found this great project that I'm going to check out, which is by my girl Tony Lipsy, which is TL Yarn Crafts. And I'm going to be doing this AdventUrous Scarf. It's the AdventUrous Scarf. So I got my directions here. And just in case I get lost, I'm bringing my Bible along as well, my Tony Lipsy, the Tunisian Handbook, which is actually a great book. I've been using this and kind of practicing. Really, really good. So I got my books, got my pattern, got my set of hooks. These are my Tunisian crochet hooks. Turns out I had another set, but I think these are really good. They're just sort of an aluminum, so they're not ergo, but I don't think you can really get ergo with this Tunisian stuff. I've never done Tunisian. This is going to be my very, very first attempt at Tunisian, and I'm doing it on the road. But just in case I don't get to stop in the yarn stores, or we can't find them, or they're closed, or whatever, I thought, you know, I probably better get some yarn just to be on the safe side. So what I did was I ordered some from Little Knits, which I love this place. You've seen me bring in some stuff. And they're based out of Seattle. So I figured, well, that's pretty good because we're going to Seattle. So I did kind of buy on my road trip, right? But I got a bunch of these, I got these mini skeins, and then I wound them all. And I even broke some of them up because they're supposed to be kind of small skeins. And then I was like, you know what? Forget it. I know how many yards I'm going to do, or how many rows I'm going to need to do, because it got a little tedious to just keep cutting these up into mini skeins. But that's what I did last week when I was sitting binge watching Netflix, which is what I do sometimes because, you know, winding and it can be a little bit boring. I don't like to do swatches either, just so you know. Gauge swatches, blah, hate them. I'm like, can I just get into the project, please? I know how important they are. Don't talk to me about how important they are. I get it. I know. But it's just so boring. You're just like, just let me get into the project, right? So I got this one. They had this mini skein set, and it was all these really pretty kind of seafoam colors. There's some greens and blues. Let's see. I've got this yellow. And then I got this kind of a teal or turquoise blue. And then we got this sort of a mottled of the two. And then we got this kind of a pale yellow that it's not exactly the same as this one. It was a little bit more yellows than the whites. So these were the 4 skeins that I got, and I'm going to roll them in. This particular yarn is from a company called KFI Indulgence, and this was their minis. So the yellow is called Riverside Sun, and then I got a whole bunch of goodness here. But then I thought, you know, I should probably get a little bit more, because you just never know. Never want to be out of yarn, people. You never want to be out of a charge, out of gas, or out of yarn. Those are my road trip rules. So I found some more of this same brand, same line, because I wanted it to kind of all be the same, but a whole bunch of different colors. So I'm like super excited. Look at all these colors. And this again is KFI Luxury Collection. This is the Indulgence hand painted. These are all DK weights, and they're all different. They're 100% superwashed wool. So I should have more than enough to finish this AdventUrous Scarf that I'm going to be doing. So I got all these colors. I thought this one's really pretty. It's got some yellows running through it. I have a snag in my nail. Oh, I hate that. Oh, it's like nails on a chalkboard, right? It's like, you ever do that and your nail gets stuck in the yarn? Oh, blah. Anyways, so I liked this one. So I'm going to be tying in this color as well. And then I got this one that has a lot of really nice reds and wines and blues and navies cutting through it. So that's a little bit of the darker. This one is probably going to be a good transition to that with some of the lighter purples, lighter blues, magentas going on. This one I thought was really pretty, and it's kind of tying in again with the yellows, the fuchsias, the grays. So we might go from lighter all the way up into the darkers. And this one was interesting. Probably wouldn't have chosen it, but it was in the kit, so I didn't have a choice. And I was looking at this one. This has got some nice browns running through it, if you can see. And then this really ties in some of the browns. So I thought, you know what? It's probably really cool to put these together. Just not really a brown fan, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. So I got a couple more of that really pretty fuchsia and yellow. But the problem is all I have is a bunch of these, like, you know, bags, these guys, to carry all my knitting projects in. And as you saw, you know, they kind of get jumbled up. And I have some knitting kit bags, but they're kind of big and they're bulky and whatever. So I found this guy, and I got it last night. I found it on Amazon, and it's a knitting or crocheting, depending on your craft, backpack. What? So I was really interested. It's currently on sale on Amazon. It's normally $31, but they have like a 40% off coupon or something like that. I ended up getting it for $26, so that's not bad. And it came one day, so I was opening it so you and I can take a look at it together. I'll tell you why I thought this looked interesting. I liked the color, first of all, because if you haven't noticed, I'm kind of a rose gold kind of a person. Rose gold is my signature color. All right. This looks very cool. So this is the size. So this is the size here, so it's not terribly big, but here's some cool stuff. So obviously here in the front, you're going to have nice zippers. They pull really well. They don't feel cheap at all. So that's really nice. In here, and the brand, by the way, and I'll include the link to Amazon, is little... And so the brand, by the way, I'll include the link below, is called Lilyback. So this is where you put your hooks, and you can put your knitting needles and stuff in here, and your crochet hooks, and all different things in here, your scissors, your notions, and that sort of a thing. So that's really nice. It holds it all nice in place. And it's real, it feels very sturdy. I like the zipper. It's not a cheap zipper. I even like the pulls. That's not cheap, because this is going to get some wear and tear, right? You know, I mean, I've been holding it quite a bit. Then this pocket up here, there's one right here. This is just, oh, that's a pretty deep pocket. So here you could put in, like if you have a tablet or something maybe that you're keeping your pattern on, you could put it, it fits nicely right down in here because it basically goes the whole width of the backpack. It's a backpack. Then you got over here, you got a nice little pocket for your water bottle, which is always good, and it's expandable. There's some little elastic straps here on the side, so it makes it very expandable. Back here on the back side, there's another little zippered area. And of course, you got the backpack straps with this nice cool meshing material back here on the inside. So far, I'm super impressed. It's got some really good reviews, so I was interested in it. This is just a regular pocket. You can put whatever you want to put into it. This is a nice little elastic. So if you had something that you wanted to, if you wanted to attach it to a suitcase, you know, as you pull the handle up, you attach it. That's where you put that right there. And then this is just a pocket right in here. Now inside, let's take a look inside, shall we? So pull the zippers down. So it's got a dual zipper on each side. It's got these really nice handles. So if you want to carry it that way, you totally could, as opposed to the backpack handle with the little snaps across the top. So that's very cool. This is what I was interested in. Well, actually all of it, to be honest. So it's pretty deep. Look at that. Can you see that? It's really nice and deep. It's a lot of room in here. So this is where I'm going to keep all of my yarns. You could keep a ton of yarns in here if you wanted to. And then there's a bunch of pockets inside. There's a pocket on the side. There's another pocket on this side over here, if you guys can see. So there's a pocket up here. Right here, there's like an elastic pocket. And there's another one down here. And then there are clear little notion pockets right in here. There's a side pocket on each side. I showed you that. And then there's elastic notion pockets. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. So, two really cool features. Number one, when you are knitting, you don't want to have the yarn pulling out and running all over the place. If you're in an airport or in a car, you don't want to go under the seat or, you know, whatever. So they've got these really nice holes. You have the 3 holes, right? And they have these on both sides. So what you do is you put your yarn in this little side pocket, which is right in here. And then you feed the yarn through these holes here. And it's the same on this side as well. So you keep your yarn really nice and organized in here. I'm loving that. This was a fun little deal. So imagine, how does that work? So there is this USB port, which I thought was so cool. So let's say that you are at the airport, you want to charge your tablet or your phone or whatever it is. You got this little USB cable that comes right out, and then you can keep whatever you're working on charged. And you know, they do have these USB chargers now in the airplanes as well. What I was trying to figure out, okay, so it just sort of sits right there, but there is a like an HDMI kind of a computer cable spot right here. So you could plug in like an outside source, like a power source, and then you could use it and charge whatever, you know, and then there's like a little pocket on the inside that you could put that power source in. Wow, guys. So this came to $27. Oh, and there's another little pocket right here. I forgot this one. It's tiny, but it's mighty. It'll do the work. So very, very sturdy. Really good stitching, really good seaming. Like I said, nice zippers, good quality zippers. Nothing on this thing looks cheap to me at all. Everything, the elastic, it's all double sewn. This is gonna, even the insert here, the plastic stuff, is not actually plastic, it's that vinyl fabric, so it's not gonna tear. This is really great. I'm loving this. So this is going to be my new travel knit or crochet backpack. I love it. Came in a variety of colors. Like I said, right now it's on Amazon. I paid $27 for this, which I think is a steal. So much better than these silly little things, right? It's going to keep everything organized. So I can keep my my hooks, my Tunisian crochet hooks. I could even bring knitting needles, crochet needles, separate. I could bring more than one project if I really wanted to. Ooh, which I might. So stay tuned, because as we go through this trip, I'm going to be vlogging. I'm going to hopefully be doing some podcasting. I'm going to be showing you, this is my new work in progress, this AdventUrous Scarf. So my goal is to have it done by the time we get home. It's 3 weeks that we're going to be gone, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to have this puppy done. It's just really pretty. I love how all the colors tying it. See this here? It just seems like a really great pattern with a lot of different colors, a lot of ways to just marry in some really cool colors, and is a good way to learn Tunisian. But I'm wondering if maybe I should bring a second project along, because I'm going to be gone for 21 days. Wow, 3 weeks. But stay tuned. I'm going to make this a podcast. So hopefully I'm going to be able to make these podcasts. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a live video, kind of showing you what I'm doing, and I'll pop into some of those little local yarn stores and see what we can find. So if you know of any yarn stores, or you live in the areas between San Diego and Seattle, and then from Seattle back down like through Sacramento, and then a little bit in the Central Coast, and then coming into like the Paso Robles area, let me know. Won't you pop it down there in the comments? And if I can, I'll definitely pop in, and I'll give a shout out to you as well. So I'm hoping that we can do some really cool things with this. But again, this is Kimberly with Knit for Brains. This is going to be my work in progress podcast. Hopefully it's number 1 of many. And you guys can just follow along with our journey. If you want to know what we're doing in the electric car, if you want to know, like, can they really do this in an electric car? Totally electric. This is not a hybrid car. You should follow us on Travels with Beauty and the Brit here on YouTube. So again, that's Travels with Beauty and the Brit here on YouTube. I'm going to pop it down in the comments below. And then you can kind of see we're doing little vlogs of where we're going, what we're seeing, and how we are navigating in this new world of all electric cars. So that's what I've got going on. Comment below, let me know what you've got going on. And follow along on our next 21-day journey as we go up the Pacific Northwest coast and then all the way back down. Thanks so much for watching. As always, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss one of our episodes. And I'll be back soon.